This is Enzo Eigen of the Alliance for Loki. Today I'm looking at Nick Fury's Synergies. I grinded for him in the arena and got him as a 5-star. And I was really interested in the character because of his synergies. And so he has two that are really interesting. One is this restoration kit, which allows the character to shrug off bleed, poison, and shock. And another one, extreme condition kit, which allows him to shrug off incinerate and cold snap. And so one of the big questions I wanted to know was if it would allow you to shrug off suicides, the synergy. You can see here I'm running full suicides on my build. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with a team without Nick Fury just to look at suicides. And so I take them out, just go run this team. This is Master's Event Quest, the 5th chapter. And you can see here I'm just going to go against this first Juggernaut with my Iron Man. You can see the suicides, how they work, which should be very obvious. Suicides give you a poison and a bleed debuff, and they exist when you take damage to them. And so you can see the fight continues, and that's what it looks like with suicides. It's what everyone's used to playing with. And so now I'm going to put Nick Fury in to the party, and you can see the effect on Iron Man. And so I was wondering if it would shrug off both, because the description sort of indicates that when one procs, you'll get rid of one or the other. So I was wondering what would happen with the two debuffs that your character is affected by because of suicides. And so here we go, the exact same fight, Iron Man again, and you can see the synergy gets rid of both of the debuffs, and of course you get that 10% regen, so you get a very nice regen, very Dr. Voodoo-like at the beginning of every fight. It's the Suicide Masteries. So now I want to go into Act 6 because I was curious about a fight that gave me a lot of problems. So there's this Rogue who is regenerating 1% and inflicts poison. So you can try to outdamage him with Medusa, but that's a very long fight even with a 5-star. And Void is perfect, but Void doesn't have poison immunity, so it takes a lot of damage. So I set it up with a team. I put him in, Void, Nick Fury, along with Deadpool for that synergy, and I just threw a Mega Red in. Just as a little bonus, I wanted to look at what happens to a character who benefits from suicides. So you can see the first fight against Bishop is with Mega Red, and Mega Red is a character who it's good to have suicides on, and I was wondering what the effect would be, and you'll see it's pretty obvious that when the fight starts, of course, the suicides go away, he loses his death field, and so for a character that's suicide friendly, like Omega Red, that synergy actually is a negative. And so you do have to be a little careful with what character to use the synergy with. Just quickly, I'll show off the next fight, which is Medusa versus Rocket again, just so you can see the way he shrugs off, she shrugs off the suicides and gets that regen. So it's really cool synergy. So now off to this Rogue fight. So again, the big deal about this Rogue fight is that he inflicts a poison, so it really is two poisons, one from suicides, one from the node, and the bleed. So it's actually 3 buffs, and we'll see what happens if he can shrug up all 3 with this restoration kit. And so I'm going in with Void, again to counter that regeneration. And here's the start of the fight. And you see, there it is, all 3 buffs are totally healed by the restoration kit. That's really cool. So now I can just fight this fight. The Void is great. You just get a Fear the Void, get a couple more Petrifies, and absolutely melts him. 52 hits. And so the last fight is I put Iron Man back in here to get this extreme conditions, just to showcase how he works against Cold Snap. And so I have Void in. This node is a poison, and you can see suicides, Cold Snap, the extra poison, all of them are totally neutralized by that synergy. So the synergies of Nick Fury are really cool. I think they're an awesome addition to your team and will allow you to get through a lot of content, especially now that we start seeing some more bleed and poison nodes, of course, and also shock and incinerate ones as well. So thank you very much for watching. This is Enzo Eigen, the Alliance for Loki. Please subscribe to my channel.